Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions October 18, 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. October 18, 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman Iraq is going to be a pillar. It's going to be a foundation stone in the Middle East. Notice how the Middle East has cooled down significantly. We haven't had missiles flying in Iraq anymore. You have the neighboring country's big peace deal going on. It's calm. It's really good. It gives confidence to international investors. Now you see article. That Iraq is a beacon, it's the show, it's a new showpiece, hence CNBC picks it up. October 18, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, Firefly. They came on television channel 8 saying we are in the final stages of negotiations on the HCL. They told us that directly. It's interesting because they told us they're lifting 3 zeros to give us purchasing value. Maybe that's why they say they're going to give us the HCL. Frank, the HCL is here where it belongs. Let them vote for it. I'm sorry, there is no more negotiations on the HCL. Why do you think you're in DC with Oliver Wyman? This is fantastic news. October 18, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now. We got word from our source in Iraq. And there's a couple of guys that we talked to there in Iraq that are very close to President Sadani and Iraq and everybody else. That's of power there. They know them personally. And what we're hearing is that Iraq did revalue the Iraqi dinar. Where the 3 zeros on the 30 notes in Iraq, that would be the 25K, 10K, 5K and 1K notes. All have the 3 zeros stripped off to the point where they now are worth 25 dinar, 10 dinar, 5 dinar and 1 dinar without the 3 zeros. We knew this would happen. That does not affect our dinar that we have. We have dinar with the 3 zeros on, and that's what it's going to be when we go into the redemption centers. October 18, 25 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. Question. What are the odds RV will happen in 2025? Mark Z. I'm thinking 99.9% in 2025.10 to 18-2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat. So, folks, let's connect the dots. First, Iraq must control their oil revenues. The US does not want Iran or China to be controlling the oil or its revenues. Second, Trump's warnings over the PMF and the oil, given to Iraq by the Trump administration. Third, the stability of the dinar. Fourth, is diversification. This will save the government billions each month. Fifth, increase current oil revenues. We all know about the plan to compensate the US for the war through oil credits. If the US is going to begin spending these oil credits, there must be additional oil revenue income too then to pay for these oil credits. October 18, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat. How long will it take? The Iraqi relationship with the US has changed drastically since Trump. He is not playing games and is serious about all five of these key issues. Yes, issues that must resolved. No more delay. We see attention to all of these key issues in the news. Can Iraq solve them in time for a January reinstatement? But remember, the CBI also needs time to conduct the project to delete the zeros, and we also know that part of the future clout of Iraq will mean full accession to the WTO and the BIS. These both are still pending. Are they waiting for the reinstatement and go ahead by the US to announce them? We know that Iraq and the CBI keep moving ahead. One thing that is very clear to me is that all this effort will come to a convergence at some point in time. There will be an explosion of wealth for Iraq. October 17, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26. You only have to worry about the 90 days to exchange your dinar after the rate change. If they float. What if they don't float? Then they probably come out at $3.22 and higher 20% or more. October 17, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU article. Iraq views recent U.S. sanctions against Iraqi entities, including the Muhandis General Company, Sharikat al-Muhandis al-Amma, as deeply regrettable. Trump is not playing around. Iraqi assets have again been sanctioned. Are you starting to see that Iraq has many problems to address and their proclivity for being unlawful has thwarted, if not set back, the needed reforms to rejoin the WTO and be international with its currency? On international trading platforms like Forex, The RV is not happening for another 1 to 2 years. October 17, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now, I'm excited. We had 5 or 6 different sources unrelated to each other that were telling us we are ready to go, looking forward to us getting notified. It could push all the way to and through the weekend. I'm hearing later in the weekend, like Sunday, even Sunday into Monday. October 17, 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK, question. Article says zeros will delete but don't expect a float. What happens if the rate does not float? Mark Z. They would do what we expect them to do and come out at a fixed value. A float would make rates be wild and crazy. If they do allow a float, it would be a managed float with no wild fluctuations. October 17, 2025 Newshound Guru Samson article. Al-Sadawi. Al-Sadani's second term is a done deal, and we are working on a third. October 17, 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. Trump congratulates Iraq on National Day and affirms Washington's commitment to the strategic partnership and promoting regional stability. October 17, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report. Firefly. Television is now showing the Kuwait dinar. They're telling us its strength. For a long period of time that it's been trading at $3.27, and it's leading as a powerful currency. Interesting how they talk about the dinar today from Kuwait. Frank. No gentlemen, this is purposeful. This has a reason. If they would have just sprung this on you, it would have been a disaster. They're trying to tell us something. October 17, 25 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z. They are showing cut sheets again, samples of the new LDs, and talking about it in the news. But I haven't been able to find any in circulation yet. October 17, 2025 Newshound Guru Walking Stick. It's not a float at the onset. Because the Iraqi dinar will be market-driven. The supply and demand that is going to be put on the new currency with the new rate for the IQD will drive the value instantly. Supply and demand will determine the real effective exchange rate instead of 1-to-1 or even a float. October 17, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat article. Government advisor. Monetary policy has achieved stability in the exchange rate and inflation. The IMF told Iraq through their consultation sessions that they needed low inflation and a steady exchange rate. The news just told us that inflation is at a record low for Iraq, ever. In fact, they called it unprecedented stability in inflation and prices. The CBI is also able to steady the official rate of the dinar at 1320 for almost 3 years now. So where is the RV then? October 17, 2025 Newshound Guru Jeff article quote. There is no intention to float the exchange rate of the dinar. Why can't they do that? The budget is calculated off the currency value. If the value of the currency were to change significantly, say more than 20%, that would force them to amend the budget. They're not going to keep amending the budget. October 17, 2025 Guru Nader from the Mideast question. Can you explain the 3 zeros? How are you going to exchange them? It's going to be 90 days exactly, just like they did before when they exchanged the small categories with the big categories. They gave us 90 days to change from Saddam's money to the new currency we have now, which we call the new currency. I think that's the rules of all central banks. October 17, 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU. Many months ago, I said, there would be no float. One day you guys will realize that I am connected. I bring the receipts. October 17, 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report. Omar. In the country we will drop the zeros and the lower notes will be introduced and the 3-0 notes will coexist at the same time at the same rate. All of it will be dropped off the exchange rate, and then as it's pegged to a basket we will see our true rate. Frank. Yes, because once it's in the basket that's an RI. Then it will be an RV in the basket to reach the real effective exchange rate. Then it ain't 1-to-1 because you can't touch the dollar. So you coming out at $3.22. I suggest to cap it at $4.25. October 17, 2025 Intel Guru Bruce, via Wiser Now. I can tell you this much: redemption center screens are blank, Tuesday. No rates up on screens. We did have a rate on the dong a couple days ago at redemption center, and it was quite good. I told you guys the dinar is going to be offered to us at a contract rate, and that's still holding. And the main thing, I guess, is just for us to keep our eyes open. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon.
Source: IraqiDinarChat.net